Hey Paula. All right, so Paula asked whether or not traffic ever got so bad it brought the site down, and whether we could afford the space. So yeah, when Reddit had a period of a couple of months when traffic was becoming an issue, and that was largely because of we actually didn't have the programming capabilities. We didn't have the programmers in-house. This was about 6 to 8 months ago. No, maybe a year ago. And we were just strapped. We basically had one full-time programmer, one full-time sysadmin, and they were just working around the clock to keep the site going. And they were doing a tremendous job, but they needed help. Once we got that problem solved, once we brought on more folks, it was no longer an issue. And what's great is during that 05-06 period, when we were still a startup, we actually had to buy servers from Newegg, assemble them in the apartment, and Steve and Chris would go down to the co-location facility and install them. And we'd have to work out these big contracts with these colo facilities. It was a pain. And if something went wrong, we had to get on a bike or get on a car to go down to the facility to swap out the servers. Today, of course, Amazon and all the other cloud services make it possible to do that all with a credit card. You never have to, we don't see our servers anymore. And that cost, thank you Moore's Law and a bunch of other factors, continues to fall. And so if you find yourself in a position where you've got something that's getting traction and getting a huge surge of traffic, you are doing something very right. And at that point, when your hosting costs start to outweigh the rent on the apartment that you and your founders are living in, congratulations, you'll have no trouble getting funding. Because there aren't too many startups. You know, YouTube was one sort of famous example that just required a lot of servers because it was doing a ton of bandwidth. But the vast majority of startups, when the cost of hosting your site becomes prohibitive, you've got a popular enough site that you'll be able to fundraise for it. And so odds are what's going to take a site down is not, in fact, going to be the paying for the servers or for the bandwidth.